All right. So I was wondering why this wasn't working. Let me rewind. All right. So you might be opening up, you might be seeing this, right? What I want you to do is I want you to go back to the top of like the root folder of your Figma EDU account. And I want you to create a new project and you're going to share the project with me. We have module 2 and we're going to hit continue. Now, it'd be great right from the get-go if you can add me mhobsonb@villanova.edu and make it so I can edit. That would be fantastic. And hit create project. mhobsonb@villanova.edu. I'll write it on the board. HOB as in boy, SONB as in boy. Hobson. I also am, are you ready for it? They gave me 2 email addresses. Which one do you think is easier? I would use this one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's absurd. 21, 22, 23, 24. It's ridiculous. I think I have the longest email address in all of Villanova. So I would say use this one. Okay, mhobsonb@villanova.edu. And if you don't make me an editor, I'll get editing at another time. All right. So now we're in module 2. Okay. And we're going to create a new design file and we're ready to go. All right. So students, let's just pop back into Blackboard and let's see what it is that we're going to work on today. So I'm going to come back into Blackboard. And we're just going to start today with looking at interactivity inside of Figma. I'm just going to show you a couple examples. I have a link, and pretty much we're going to spend today looking at some of these. So I'm going to turn this on. All right, module 2, we'll delve into different things. Let me go right into here. Let me go to my assignments. All right, so we're going to just start with interactivity exercises, okay? So our first page can be our exercises, and we're going to start with creating animations. And pretty much this is what we'll do for today. I would say this will be today's work. All right, now the good news is what we do today will help you with part 2, part 3, and part 4. They're all kind of related. Okay. All right. So students, let's just take a look. I put this link in right here, and this is to just show you some of the different things that we can do. So I'm going to just open up. I'm going to click on this first. I'm going to hit play. I'm going to show you some of these different pieces. All right. So when I click this one is on click. It changes, right? Let's go to the next one. This one is when I click it. And these are just kind of fun. This one, it looks like that one's the same thing. Let me go to this one. Here's the Pac-Man, Pac person. All right, we can see like a bar loader. This one may be going a little bit fast, but again, some of these are on click. What's happening? A bouncing ball animation or whatever. Actually, this feels like loading, right? You know, when something's loading, we have those different interactions. And it's always interesting too, or something's loading or we're waiting for someone texting. We know they're texting. How do we know someone's texting? We can see the little, and then they stop. And then we see someone texting again, right? We have a circle loading. You know, something changing. All right, this is just another, and then going through. All right, so I'm going to pop back into here, and let's take a look and be like, huh, how did they do this? All right, and we're going to go through and see and recreate some of these. All right. And feel free, right? If you're like, I'm going to take these files over and dump them in my page. I'm going to use them as examples and see how they're done. All right. So let's start with the first one. Let's just take a little look. So if I want to see how this was done, I would just hit prototype, right? And then I can click and say, oh, okay, this one, it was on click navigate to simple 2. Okay, cool. Then I could click this one and say, okay, this one was on click after delay, right? So there's a bunch of different things. Hello, hello. Good to see you both. How are you? Good, good, good. All right, so let's take a look at how we're going to get this set up. So what I'm going to do, and feel free, to come on in and select all of these and bring them over. So if you want to bring these over to your page, by all means, and hello, everyone. It's always fun to see all of our names in one space. I'm just going to take all these. I'm going to say, edit copy, and then I'm going to go back to my module 2, right? So, and to get back to, I'm going to go back to files. And I think I made a module 2, and mine is a mess because I'm in here. I've been in Figma a bunch of more times. So I can see, here's my module 2. I'm going to open up my module 2, right? And I'm going to open up this one. And I'm going to name this page. I'm going to say, this is my interactivity. And however you want to name it, it's all good. All right, so students, remember to, right, like the way I feel about exercises, you get the points for the exercises. Our exercises are where we're just learning and trying new things. Every module is going to have exercises associated with it. So I'm just going to paste those all in. Did they come? Maybe up, there they are. All right, perfect. So now I have them, right? And I could just say, hey, these are like my examples. I'm just going to push them over here. And I'm going to do another one. And maybe I could, this might feel like, oh my goodness, I have way too much stuff here. And totally your call, right? It's your workspace. If you feel like there's so much here and it makes you feel a little crazy, by all means, make another page and say, okay, this is where I'm going to do my exercises. Inner activity, exercise, whatever. Again, you do not need to do this. And I can go back to this page and be like, hey, what did they do here? Again, you learn a lot by looking at other examples that people have done. I know in my own learning as a student, I learned a ton from looking at what other people had done and dissecting it. And even, in my undergrad in drawing classes, we'd have to draw the drawing of a master or recreate a poster from the Bauhaus School of Design, right? Dissect, take the code from another website and build your own website, right? Because we learned so much from looking what other people have done, okay? All right, so I'm going to just pop in here and say, okay, this is the size what's the size of this frame? 333 by 333. All right, cool. I'm going to go back to my exercise right here. This is a little bit different, right? I'm just going to put a frame in here and I'm going to make my frame because we're going to do what we're doing in this exercise, students, is we are doing animations that go from frame to frame to frame. We're thinking a little bit differently. Last in module 1, we did a frame and we did like the layout for a MacBook. That's what we did. We did the layout for a computer screen. Now we're thinking about simple animations and moving from frame to frame to frame. Make sense? Okay. All right, perfect. All right, so I'm going to name this, what should I name it? Shape 1. Why not? Okay, perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to add in a rectangle. Pretty easy, right? I'll keep it that color. Why not? Perfect. Okay. Now I want to start with this and I want to go to something new. If we model it on this one right here, it went from this simple to this one. All right, and they named it simple, but that's all good. All right, so I'm going to go over to here, and I'm going to add in another one. Now, you could duplicate this. You could select it, edit, copy, edit, paste, right? So the keyboard shortcuts were Command C, Command V. let me do it without the keyboard shortcut to show you I have it selected. And then you could come in to this F for Figma. And I don't like how they do this, but you could do edit. I just want to do a plain old copy. I find it very annoying the way they do this. So I'm going to have you do the keyboard shortcuts. They make it complicated. Command C, Command V. I'm going to write that on the board. Everyone's got that? Command C, Command V. Great. Now, you want to give it a new name though. So I'm going to say this is going to be shape 2. And I'm going to change this up, right? So we could say, all right, and I'm going to change the color. What color do I want it to be? All right. Ooh, that's not a nice color. Decisions. All right, perfect. All right. Let's add in 3 and then we can see how it goes. I'm going to add in, let me change this up. Shape 2. I want to duplicate this. So I'm going to Command C, Command V, and now I have shape 3. And maybe now I want to, whatever it is you want to do. I mean, there's just a lot of different things you can do. I'm going to change the color one more time. All right, so let's see. Let's come in here and add in some things with our 3 shapes. We can go back and we can take a closer look at what was done over here. Again, in order to see it, we would just hit prototype, and then we can come in and we can look closer and we can see on click, navigate to sample, and we did a smart animate. Now, students, all of the interactions we've done so far have been instant, okay? Let's delve in and take a closer look at what smart animate does, okay? All right, and then if I go to here, I'm curious what it does next. So it does after delay. All right, let's give that a shot and let's loop it back, okay? All right, so we come to interactivity exercises and I select my first one, okay? So now I want to add my interaction, right? So I can do it one of 2 ways, right? I can pull out a noodle or I can hit plus. So I'm going to just go pull out the noodle, click, and I have my window. So I'm going to say on click, navigate to shape 2. Now, students, let's go to Smart Animate, okay? And Smart Animate gives us options, okay? And for whatever reason, when we think of interactivity and animation, it's always in milliseconds, okay? So, and you would think I would remember, but I always try it out and then see what I think. So I'm going to say navigate to shape 2 and let's do ease in. Okay. And you can really I want you, the reason why you're going to do 5 different animations with shapes is because I want you to try these out and see oh, what does ease in look like? What does ease out look like? I mean, and probably where are you familiar with some of these push in? And then if you can always they give you a little, sometimes they give you a little ease in and ease out. They show you what it looks like, but sometimes you're like, is it really any different? But you can always try bouncy. Let's see. There's bouncy. And where you've all, I'm sure, have worked with these when you've done PowerPoint presentations or Google slide presentations, right? But this way you even have more control. All right. So I'm going to say ease in. You can do direction, all that good stuff. All right. So I have my first one. Now I'm going to go to my second one. I'm going to say, okay, now for this one, I'm going to do a little bit different. And I'm going to actually change it to, do I want it to do, okay. You have this one too. So if you wanted to just time something, and students, you know those big hero sections, sometimes where an image just changes and rotates? You've ever been on a website where you have something and then the image changes? That's just after delay, okay? So one of the things you're going to do in your next website is you're going to build an interactive hero with after delay, right? Or, you can choose it up. All right, so I'm going to say after delay, navigate to shape 3. 800 milliseconds is kind of long. I'm going to make it 300 milliseconds. We're going to play around, move in, voila, done deal. All right, if I wanted this to go back now to the first shape, what would I do? Anyone? You got it. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly right. So what you would do if you wanted to go back to the beginning, you would come back to here and you would pull this noodle back to shape 1. And I'm going to say one more time, after delay, navigate to blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's see what it looks like and we can change it up. So in order to try it out, I'm going to click on, oh, looks like I changed the name. Okay, I messed up here. This is shape 1. Let me change it up. Shape 1. Perfect. Let me make sure this is still going. I might need to pull this one more time. Oh, it already is there. Okay. All right, let's give it a go. I'm going to pop over here. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to hit play and see what we have. This starts with a click. Interesting. All right, let me change this up. I don't like that. I think what it is I want to look at, I have it all coming in from the left. I think I can do a fade in too. So you can pop in here and play around a little bit. Let's do, I'm going to do after delay. Let's do them all after delay. And I'm going to do 200. Oh, okay. This is where I have move in. I can do smart animate. Hold on. Ease in. Let's see that. All right, let me try that. Because sometimes what's fun is the colors and stuff change as well. All right, let me re-look at what I have here. Zoom it in, zoom it in. Click. All right, I'm going to do, I want it to be smart animate. I changed it to move in. I want it to be smart animate. That's why it was like very much, smart animate will even take into account color choice and stuff. All right, let me do the last one more time too. Voila. And again, I want smart animate. All right, let's see if that looks any different. Give it a shot. Play. All right, so see how it looks. See how the colors change too? Woohoo! All right. Hours of fun, right? So Smart Animate fills in like the color differences too as it goes between, and you can keep working with time and all that good stuff. All right, makes sense? Just make this out. All right, so let's take a closer look at some of these other ones and how you could go about trying to like recreate them. All right, so one of the things that I want you to try to do is, I think I added like, all right, so this is a good one to try too. All right, so, and this one's all after delay. I'm going to try this one. And although I think I can kind of go over them and you can try them. So you can say, I think this is from an older version of, from like when I started using Figma with the students. So you can look at these, but you're going to have to play around. Really, you want Smart Animate. It's in a different spot now, right? So if you go back, you just want to make sure that you're using Smart Animate. So you can see, right, going from here to here to here. This is a good one to try to do. I think you could figure this one out, don't you think? I'm going to show you. Let me show you. So when you go in here, and I'm here to help, right? When you click to here and you look here, see animation type, Smart Animate, right? Do you see it, Elizabeth? We've only worked with instant. So when you go to instant, this is what we've worked with the whole time. With instant is the default, okay? Right? But we're going to go for Smart Animate and we're going to think about time. Right? And really, like for those of you who had me for digital media production, we didn't think about the element of time, right? We were looking at, and we were working in Illustrator, it was 2D print, it was what it was, right? When we work with interactive design, when we work with video, there's the element of time, okay? All right, does everybody, and don't be shy, does everybody see where Smart Animate is? Yeah. Yeah, so don't look at this. I want you to recreate your own. This is an older. I agree. So I want you to totally recreate it though. Is this one that you created? Yeah. All right, perfect. Okay, beautiful. All right, so click click one of those right there. So click off. You need to click the animation piece, the noodle. All right, and okay, so what's happening? This is really easy to happen. See how you've got a whole bunch of these? Yeah. You only want to have one. So you could delete some of those. All right, so, yep. So when you go down, all right, so, all right, so just, all right, so go to prototype. You're already in prototype. Okay, so right now, see how it has all of these different pieces on it? So can I see one quick thing? Or so let me go to design real fast. All right, so now you want to make sure that these are all in, you put these in components. You want to make sure they're all in a frame. Yeah. All right, great. So they want to each be in their own frame though. Okay. All right, so what you would do is you would come in, you would say, okay, frame one, right? And then you would put the star in, right? So you come in, put the star in, right? And then then you would have frame two, right? And then maybe you take this and rotate it around or whatever, move it up to here, maybe make it a little bit bigger, right? Then you would come to here and you go to prototype, you would pull out a noodle. All right. So now see when you come to here, this animation, you would make, this is where smart animate is. Make sense? All right, so I just want to go over, I want to look at some other ones too. Let's just chat about some of the most common mistakes that are made. Students, if it's not working, it's so easy to all of a sudden have like 5 different animations on this side. Okay. So like, it's really easy to be like, oh no, and then all of a sudden you have all of these animations. All right. So what you want to do is just delete them, right? All right. And let's look at how some of these other ones were built as well. All right. So we can look at this one, and these can give us some ideas. So 1, 2, when we take a look at this one right here, and we see this interaction, we have on click, navigate, and then we have our ease in, and then again, going into our next one. And these ones are all after delay, smart animate, right? After delay and all of that good stuff. All right, so we click onto here. This one is navigate to, and it's smart animate, right? These are all smart animate, and just looking at the difference as it goes from one to the other. All right, when we come to this one is also smart animate, and it's a custom Bezier. All right, and that's really looks at the XY axis, how it kind of bounces back and forth. All right, so we can look a little further at that. Pack person, another smart animate. All right, so let's read about the custom Bezier inside. That's another one in Figma. I'm going to let... All right, so the custom Bezier, when you look at Figma, it gives it a little bit of a spring. So, and I'm just talking to you about this just because it's in some of those examples. So, for instance, when I click this right here, and if I come to Smart Animate, let's see. There, it comes right in here, and you can kind of play around with like the X, how it springs in and out. You can see that that's used with the Pac-Man. Okay, if you want to try that one, we can take a look. What I want you to do right now, let's say, what I want you to do right now is try to shape and try the ball, one with the balls. Yeah, the bouncing balls, the loading balls, and colors. And then we can look at some of the other ones as well. Sound good? Okay.